Tem um dos novatos. Vamos ver. Já tá com tradução? Já tá com legenda? Ainda não tem legenda?
Galera, os cortes do Seeel estão saindo agora. O programa vai ser legendado e os cortes também vão ser legendados. Mas esses aqui, a gente... High Level Little Experience em inglês pra vocês acompanharem logo, mas muito em breve vai ter legenda tanto aqui nos cortes quanto no programa na íntegra, beleza? Curte aí. You have a mix in this team of rookie players and a little experienced players, not a high-level experienced players, but Gigo have some experience, Smiley have some experience, and the other three are kind of rookies. You like to work more with rookies or with old players? Because with rookies, I see you can mold them, you can create them as you want, you can direct them to some place. With some old players, they have some habits, they have some bad things they already do in a lot of years. It's very difficult to change. How is you prefer to work with?
For me, I actually prefer veterans.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that veterans are not moldable. I think just, you're either a stubborn person or you're not. That's it.
But here in Brazil, we have...
Você só esfaqueia a pessoa ou não? Que tradução maravilhosa. Ai, mano, pra quem... ele falou stubborn é de cabeça dura, guys. Não é de esfaquear. Você esfaqueia a pessoa, mano. Ou não. Muito bom, mano.
Stubborn players.
So that's a person issue. If I have a rookie that's stubborn, it's the same thing.
É verdade,
But
pior
it's more
ainda.
difficult when a rookie has stubborn.
Okay, well, let's look at this. Let's look at the number of rookies that have passed throughout CBLOL and how many have remained.
But it's not because they are stubborn, it's because they are bad.
They're bad because they're stubborn.
Or they're stubborn because they're bad.
They're bad. They're stubborn
They're
because
bad because they're stubborn, or they're stubborn because they are bad.
Well, you have to look at the root cause of what makes a player good and bad.
Okay.
So a patch occurs every 2 weeks, right? In League of Legends, in general. The game changes constantly, and everyone is getting better than the other.
Então, é que, tipo, a parada do teimoso é que é o seguinte. LoL é um jogo de tomada de decisões, certo? Se tu é teimoso e tu acha que simplesmente a tua decisão tá quase sempre certa, tu não vai conseguir mudar e evoluir. Aqui eles estão assumindo os jogadores que clicam bem. Então a gente teve vários exemplos desses na história de jogadores que não queriam mudar como jogavam e fadaram ao fracasso.
For example, if you look at a player now and you send an average player back to 2013, would you not agree? Wouldn't everyone agree that every single player in the world would be much worse than that guy? Like, you could get a middle of the pack LCK player, you can send him back to LCK now, and he would dominate the league. He'd be better than Faker. Of course, because the game has changed, the knowledge has changed. How we interact and understand the game dynamics have changed. So, you know, the level of the game is much higher than it was 10 years ago, 5 years ago, and so
1 year ago.
1 year ago. So the depends on the teams that are on the market. I think some years there are some really brilliant super teams that are made, and they work really well together. Some years they just don't flop, don't work as well. And I think that's the case between China and Korea winning worlds, for example. You know, but yeah, just ask yourself the question: what makes a player bad and good? And the reason players are bad is because they're not able to learn as well as other people. Right?
Yeah,
That's literally what it comes down to: how well you learn and how well you click. But at the top level, everyone knows how to click. So you have so many promises. I mean, I can think of a couple promises that are at the top of mind that should have been good in Brazil. Boal.
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 I think he has some emotional... Wow. I don't know if it's that, but I think he's have a problem with his emotional.
Yeah, but
when
so
he
did
goes to the league, he don't play as he play in the solo queue or in the training.
Learned. But this is learned, guys.
This is learned.
That's learned. The same as Pedro. Pedro said he's a scrim lion. But the truth is...
Pedro is Samis.
Disamis.
Yeah.
Disamis was a scrim lion.
Nossa, saiu meio torta aqui a legenda.
Yeah.
And I still remember. I went to Korea.
This is very normal here in Brazil.
And I met Pedro Disamis for the first time. And he was stuck 400 LP master tier, 500 LP master tier. And he was so bad. I think half because he was really tilted, but half because he just didn't know things about the game. For example, let me give you a tip, guys. Play the champion the way it was designed. That's all I said. Crazy, right? If you play Nocturne, you have to farm. Right?
Yeah.
If you play Sejuani, You have to get vision and gank. It's so simple. And I told him that and he sat there. Oh. Don't show in vision for free, because if you show in vision, they can do something top. Oh. And
a
then
lot of people don't know these things.
And then they say, oh, this guy's a scrim lion. The guy was just bad. That's the truth. And the difference between Pedro, Disamus, and the other players is that he's willing to learn. So there's a lot of players that I think can hit completely new heights. I think Gigo has a long way from where he could be, for example. Pro Delta too.
Mano, tem muitos exemplos assim, velho. Muitos.
Delta in the finals of CBLOL, he was a passenger.
Yeah.
He was a good player, but he was a passenger. That's the truth. He was not the main reason the team was winning.
You're talking to him about that?
Of course, he knows.
Okay.
Everyone knows. Guys, are you gonna pretend that Pro Delta was a finalist level player? You stick him in Cade, you stick him in some other team. You think they'll do like much better? It's a question. He has the talent. He has a good attitude. He's willing to improve and learn. That's what sets him apart. And he's willing to talk to his teammates. So I think it was a matter of will. And so why do I prefer veterans? Because they're easy to talk to. They have more experience. How long you can play is determined by two things. Your rate of improvement. It needs to match the other players. And second is just your level of mechanical ability. There are a lot of other little things too, right? For example, how burnt out you, like fatigue, right? Competitive fatigue.
Yeah.
There's a lot there, but these are the main two things. So ageism is bullshit.
Yeah, I don't think ageism is
For example,
preconceito racial. Guys, não é preconceito racial, ele tá falando aqui do negócio de idade, tá? Ele falou ageism, que é quem fala que, tipo, o jogador tá velho e não presta mais. O bagulho traduziu pra preconceito racial. Não é isso.
He's a deal.
Smiley's played his best game that he's ever played at age 26
Yeah.
in his history. Yeah, he won an LFL title, but it was very amateurish. The way that the team trained and practiced, it's a regional league. It's an academy team, guys. You think it's going to be super high performance? They're just 5 guys sitting in front of a PC. That's it.
Yeah.
It's not the same. Oduwamne, 27 years old. He comes to my team. He wins the first title ever. 10 years he played. Since season 2, he played 10 years. Didn't win a title. Went to LEC and won a title there for the first time.
Yeah.
Right? It's not a matter of age, and I prefer veterans because they have more knowledge, they have the experience. But I prefer veterans that are willing to learn. That's my answer. Rookies are just more work.
It's a lot of work because you need to make them learn. You need to make the understand not only the gameplay, but how a team works, how a real match works, because it's very different how you play in the training, how you play in solo queue, and how you play in a league.
Yeah, and veterans, I can learn things from veterans. I can learn a lot of things from veterans, especially the super high level ones.
You learn something about with some player here in Brazil?
Every day. Every day. From Gigo, from Pro Delta, from Decimus, every day.
What? One thing.
I mean, just about matchups, just how the map should function, how we should operate. For example, like how we play Nash. Because for me, playing together is more important than like executing optimally when you're first starting out. But there are just some adjustments that we could make faster. There are a lot of little things, like every single day. I was talking to Gigo about, I think it was Jack's Camille matchup. And I was completely wrong about that. I don't know why I remembered it that way, but I did. Every day, it's a matter of like growth. So if I don't grow faster than the other coach, then I'm going to lose my job.
Yeah.
If I grow faster than the other coach, then people are going to pay me more money.
Absolutely.
That's how it is.
You say you prefer to work with veterans.
Yeah.
But in
Vendo ele falar, dá uma preguiça de ser coach, né, mano?
the change of split from the first from the second to the first from the second, you stays with Laleco. But you bring Kissy for your academy.
Você traz beijos para a sua academia. Ai, eu tô perdendo com essa legenda, velho. Ele trouxe o Kissy pra academia. O Kissy pra academy.
Yeah.
The real plan, the plan A, was to put Kissy in the main team and put Laleco back and CBLOL Academy, and if that's the plan, why you don't do that? Or if this is not the plan for this year,
Because I gave
it's
my
a
word.
possible plan for the next year.
Because I gave my word. I said to Smiley, I said to Decimus, I said to everyone.
You gave your word for
I gave my word. I said they get 2 splits to prove
Maleko?
themselves. Yeah. Okay. So, if my word means nothing,
because I
then nothing means nothing. If your word doesn't mean anything, then you don't hold value as a person. That's the truth. And if my word means nothing, or their security within the team is contested every split,
Yeah, absolutely.
then okay.
We have a thing we say here in Brazil, o combinado não sai caro. It says something about when you agree something, you need to do that.
Yeah. So what's the other thing? Well, it's a matter of fear, right? So if Leleco is sitting there thinking about the fact that he
O Toku... Ah, René, eu acho que o Toku não tem vaga na Conferência Sul, tá? Eu acho que ele não tem vaga. Sinceramente.
can be benched after 1 split, he's going to be more focused on his individualistic performance over his growth as a player. And what you really want to do over a long-term process is give room for learning, right? Whereas if you are threatening players to be benched every single time, then you don't have room for learning. You need to win now.
É, isso é
So they're
verdade.
more stubborn. They are harder to mold.
Já
they're
passei
hard
por
to-
isso, mano.
They're much slower to adapt
Passei
to
por
things.
isso na Cade, velho. O Nelson era assim, fi. Ou tu ganha essa lane, ou se tiver alguém, eu vou colocar no teu lugar. E isso entrou na cabeça, velho. Entrou na cabeça de alguns, velho. É dureza.
So, it just made sense to give them 2 splits, both of them.
This promise you made for your team or for Leleco?
Team.
For the team, okay.
Team. So, it's okay. So say I bring Kise in, or say I bring Mortius in instead of Smiley. The guy's gonna think, okay, Smiley just got benched. What's stopping him from benching me?
Cade?
Yeah, what's stopping if Mortius played instead of Smiley in split 2
Yeah.
after 1 split? What would stop Mortius from thinking, oh, Cade will bench me if I play bad?
I understand your point.
It's not good. It's useless.
I know, I understand your point, and I agree with that. It's because when you bring Kissy to Academy, all the CBLOL thinks about that. What's the Seal's plan? Why Kiss come here to Brazil to play Academy?
Yeah.
All of us see that and make a judgment.
Kise came here to play Academy because if you work in OCE right now, the region is doomed, the infrastructure is terrible,
Yeah.
the pay is terrible, there's no future. So he came here to prove himself and build a future. Because everyone is too stupid to see where the talent is.
But your plan is use Kiss in the near future?
In the near future, I don't know. I mean, right now, what I can say is that all of our players are on the market, all 5,
All of them?
all of them. We want to judge the market value of each player, and we'll make the decision based on how the transfer window moves.
Uau! Uau! A Cade vai atrás de oportunidades, então. Cade vai atrás de oportunidades. Se aparecer um Cells, se aparecer um robô, se aparecer um, sei lá, um carioca, entendeu? Tá free agent, eles vão estar de olho. É isso que deu pra entender aqui. Se eles conseguirem upgrade, eles vão fazer. Agora, obviamente, não sei o budget deles, né? Não sei se eles têm budget pra robô, team, né? Cells, essas coisas. Mas pode ser conversado, né? Se algum desses jogadores quiser trabalhar com o Seal, tipo, tem uma parada que é quando tem um coach que tu julga que é bom, tu pode ir pra um time e ganhar menos porque tu vai trabalhar com um cara que pode vir te dar um título, entendeu? Então, assim, nem sempre é sobre dinheiro. Às vezes é sobre o convencimento de trabalhar com um coach que pode te elevar a tua carreira. E às vezes o Seal pode, sei lá, tu pode ir pro time do Seal, tu tipo, melhorar e ir pra uma conferência norte, entendeu? Então, assim, a Cade tem mais do que dinheiro nessa janela pra oferecer. A Cade tem bem mais do que dinheiro pra oferecer. Então, ó, a Cade vai vir forte na janela, certo? Se oportunidades aparecer, eles vão concretizar. É o que ele falou. Na Academy ainda tem Kiss e Morteus, né? E vai saber quem vai ficar free agent aí. Quer dizer, free agent já sabe, né? Robô, Carioca, Team, Cells. Cells não é free agent, né? Se a Kabum realmente não entrar, o Cells vai ter que ser negociado, mas Também não tem como a Kabum pedir muito. FNB não. FNB não. FNB não. Wiz, não sei se o Seeel quer trabalhar com coreano, mas o Wiz é um nome forte. E ele tem muito contato na Europa, né? Se já pensaram, ele traz um europeu aí, ó. Um europeu bom, aí a Cade vai se tornando uma ameaça. Não, o contrato da FNB ano que vem, guys. A Red renovou, tá lá. Foi. Alguém vinculou esse. Foi o Showtana que falou.
Yeah, because next year we'll change a lot of things here.
And
in
the-
Brazil.
Maurang, é verdade, ele trabalhou com Maurang.
Truth is, if
In the
if
world.
players work with me, once again, I give them the credit for the hard work that they put in. But if the players work with me, they get better. That's the truth. Historically, I've proven that my methodology is not the same, and so if people are interested in players, reach out to Kate. We haven't made a decision, right?
Mhm.
But all of our players will be on the market, and we'll just see where the market leads. I think that the market value has easily doubled since they came here.
É.
For
Easily.
sure.
Easily.
Isso é bom.
Easily. So
Essa é a parte boa de ter um coach, mano. Tu traz, sei lá, um de exames valendo uma coxinha e um suco de laranja e já vende valendo um prato de arroz e feijão com uma alcatra, entendeu? Porque melhorou o jogador. Tu ganha dinheiro nesse processo.
So it just makes sense for a club to think this way.
Legal, legal. Isso é verdade. Isso é algo bom de ter um coach staff que evolui jogadores, né? Tu ganha dinheiro nesse processo. Tu pega alguém em baixa e aí tu pode vender em alta ou fazer as reposições que tu julga necessária. Porque se tu parar pra pensar, mesmo, por exemplo, Pro Delta, digamos que ele não quer o Pro Delta. Mesmo nele não querendo o Pro Delta, ainda assim ele colocou o valor do Pro Delta relativamente alto. Então ainda algum dinheiro eles ganham. Tirem o olho da FNB, não vende cracks, ô Igor? Um dos players que ele gostaria de ter o Titã nesse podcast, ele disse que o Titã é o melhor player do Brasil. O Titã é foda.